Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori, and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook, and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. With you. This is going to be kind of a quick little video, but I wanted to do this, and I thought, well, I'm just going to bring y'all along with me while I do it. This is something to make for when flu and cold season comes in. Now, this is not a remedy to cure anything or anything like that. This is just a good thing to have to help soothe, and it just helps when you've got that flu and that body ache, that sore throat, and you need a good hot tea with this in it. Or there's other ways, and I'll tell you here in a little bit how you can use it. But this is, and some of y'all have probably already made some, and probably have already seen it made, but this is fermented lemon ginger honey. I'm just going to make 1 pint because that's all the lemons that I have right now. But I'm going to be making more because I want to have plenty this winter. And I want to have some in case I've got family members that might get a cold or the flu or something. And, you know, they just need something to help that throat and the bronchial and all that to help with that. And, of course, we know anything fermented is good for you. And so this is going to be fast. It's going to be easy. And I think that you're going to want to do this just to help you ease through that flu and cold season. And now lemons aren't cheap. And especially the organic. So if you can't buy the organic, even if I buy organic, I still wash all my fruits and stuff like that. I still wash them in a solution. You can buy the solution already made up, or you can make your own. And what I use is just a vinegar solution, and I'll put that down in my description box if y'all want to see that, how you do that. But just wash your lemons. Wash them really good. Now, I can't tell you how many lemons it's going to take. I'm just doing a pint. So if you're going to do, which I'm going to probably do, at least 6 pints when I can get back to the grocery store and maybe get me some more lemons. But if you're going to do quarts. Now, I don't like doing anything more than a quart. Some people might want to do a gallon jug. I just don't want to do that. I'm afraid it might go bad on me too quick. I don't know that I'd use a gallon of it. So the pints to me would be better. And as I go along, I'll tell you, you know, how we will use it and how we'll keep it. But you need to sterilize your jars really good. Just make sure they're good and sterilized. Anytime you're fermenting anything, make sure that anything you're using is good, clean, and sterilized, just like if you were canning it. But I've got 3 lemons here. I'm only going to cut 2 because I'm not too sure how many it's going to take. I'm not cutting the peeling off or nothing like that. But I did wash them really, really good. I wish I had my glasses on. So what I've got is some lemons that I'm going to cut up. And I've got some fresh ginger right here. And I'll be slicing it up pretty thin too. Now you can use a mandolin to get them really thin if you want to. But I'm just going to cut them up by hand. And then I've got my honey right here. Now I've got more honey in this. This is just some that I need to use up. For a pint jar, I'm just going to say a cup of honey. Not sure on that because I don't ever measure it. So, but anyways, you need, this is raw unfiltered honey. You need unpasteurized honey. It's the best to use when you're fermenting and making this. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the skin, the peeling off the lemon, but I'm just going to cut it as thinly as I can. You know, when it comes to the flu and cold season, oh, we want to try so hard and so bad to take care of ourselves at home, and a lot of us do. A lot of us take a lot of cold and flu remedies over the counter stuff. Because I'm telling you, when you're feeling really bad and you can't get out and you can't go to work and can't do nothing, and you know, some people are like, I just got to do whatever I can do to get better. And like I said, this is not a cure. This is just something to help when all that's going on. Now, the first thing I'm going to do in my jar, and like I said, I'll keep talking to you about the process and how we use it. And some of y'all that already do this, you can even comment below and say how you might use yours too. But I want to go ahead and put just a little bit in the bottom of my jar. I just want to coat. That way I know that the lemon on the bottom are coated with honey and that the fermentation will be good. So putting some in the bottom first, and then we're going to start layering our lemon. Just like that. I'm just going to put a couple of lemons like this. And then you just need to slice up your ginger really thin too. You don't want to really use minced ginger, but I'm not saying that it won't work. Because this needs to ferment 2 to 4 weeks. You're going to taste it. You're going to see where the fermentation is, and if you like it at that point. So I'm putting some ginger on top of them couples of pieces of lemon, just like that. Now I'm going to put me a little bit more honey. And I'm going to put me a couple things of lemon, just like that. We're going to put some more ginger on that. Now I need to get me some more fresh ginger too. You know, I grew some ginger a couple years ago out in the greenhouse, and it done really well. And it done really well in the greenhouse during the winter time, and then summertime I messed up, and I left it in there and kindly wasn't paying enough attention, and it got too dry and too hot in there, and it killed it. So anyways, I did get some ginger out of it. So I've got a couple more pieces of lemon and ginger. I'm going to put some more honey on top of that. And just shush it around a little bit, because you want to make sure that all the lemon and ginger is covered in that honey. That's why I go ahead and I put a little bit on each layer. So let's put some more lemon. And if I see I'm running out of ginger, I'll stop and I'll go get me some more ginger from the grocery store, and then I can finish, you know, if I wasn't able to finish the jar, what I'm saying is I'd go to the grocery store again when I can to get me enough lemons and ginger to finish it and just add it to it. So a little more ginger. You know, especially working in the school system, of course, I'm retired now. But anything that was going around school, I guarantee you Miss Lori was going to get it, because I was among, you know, hundreds of children every day, twice a day. And, you know, right there in front of me, all of them, and touching everything, and me touching everything. And there was no way around it. I mean, that's just like the teachers. You know, there's no way of getting around all that sickness. Everything is just, it's touched and gone on. And, you know, that's just part of being a kid. That's the stuff that happens. Okay, another layer. Then I put honey. Then I'm going to put a couple more lemons. I wanted to go ahead and get a video out because we're going to be spending a couple days with my middle granddaughter. She's a little big thing, but she has to have a sleep apnea test done at the hospital. So they're going to do that. And of course, Mama, she's got 2 more at home. One of them's older, but they're still a little baby, and she really needs to be home with the baby. So I'm going to go stay at the hospital and sleep with Mackenzie so that her mama can take care of the little one. And so she can have her sleep apnea test done. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit more honey on top of that. And so we'll be gone for a few days because it's out of state. So I wanted to get something out there to y'all. And of course, I've not been home either. Things have been so busy. But I thought, I've got to get this done. So I'm just going to bring y'all in here to sit in the kitchen with me and get my fermented lemon and ginger honey done. Because I'll just about say that me and Mr. Brown, as many people as were around and little kids, we're going to end up with a cold. And we're probably going to end up with the flu. And you know, we take vitamins and we take care of ourselves and we do all that stuff. But if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. So we all just need to be able to have things in our pantry for times like this. We do make a mullein tincture. I can't do a video on that. I've got old videos talking about it, but it is a tincture that we grow our mullein. And of course, Arkansas up here, we have mullein everywhere. And we make it with vodka, 100 proof vodka or more. And we take the leaves off the mullein plant, and we put it in that big jar of vodka, and we keep it in there in the back of the pantry in the dark, going on 6 months. And I mean, if you can go that long. Ours has probably been in there 3 months. But we're fixing to strain it and put it in a different jar because it is getting that time of year, so we need to go ahead and strain it in case one of us gets sick. And it's not a cure-all, but it is something that does help with respiratory symptoms and stuff like that. We grow our own peppermint, spearmint out in the garden, and I've got so much of it dried and put up to make mint tea. And I grew some, and I never say this right, but ashwagandha. I grew some of that this year, and I've got it put up. Hibiscus blooms and leaves make a hibiscus tea when you're sick, and it does soothe and help you. And I'm fixing to, I almost forgot to put more honey on top of that. That's why I'm telling you I'm not for sure how much honey, because I've already got probably, I don't have a cup in there yet, but it's getting close. So I'm going to put a couple more lemons, trying to take the seeds out of it. And I'm getting low on my ginger, but we're going to make it work. Do y'all grow your own ginger? If you do, let me know, and let me know if you're able to do it easily and it's maybe you've got some. Like I said, mine was good up until I forgot about it being in the the greenhouse, and it got way too hot in there, and that was it. Okay, my honey. Ooh, I got a little bit too much on that one. But when you're making your hot tea, you know, your cup of hot tea, and after this is fermented really well, and some people don't even strain the lemon and ginger out of it. And sometimes I don't either. I just make sure the lid's on it good and I put it straight. I put it in the refrigerator, is what I do. That way I don't have to even worry about it. Some people don't even do that. They'll strain it and put it back in the pantry in a dark place, and it stays good that way too. So it's all up to you. But do your little bit more research on it. This is just easy. You don't have to overthink it. And I guarantee you, when you've got a sore throat or you're in bed with a cold, this is going to help soothe you. You all know that lemon and ginger is so good when you've got a cold or the flu. And hot tea, especially when my throat's hurting, it helps so well. And just putting a little honey and lemon. So when you've got fermented lemon, ginger, honey, you're just talking about over the moon, good for you. Good for what ails you. So it took about two lemons to fill this pint up, plus a pretty good size, I don't know what you call them, a tuber of fresh ginger. So I'm going to top this off with one more piece of lemon. And it smells wonderful. But then I'm going to top it off with my unpasteurized honey. And like I said, I want to make several more pints of this. Because if you do strain this, you strain your lemon and your ginger out of it, if you do, there won't, it'll be down to here with honey. So if you want to make quite a bit, of course it only takes about a teaspoon of this in a cup of hot tea. Once it's fermented good. But there's other things that once it's fermented and you like where it's at and you're good with it. Now I'm just going to kind of push this down like this. And I'm going to let that honey come over that lemon that's on the very top. I think I'm going to bring y'all down here so y'all can see this better. And wash my... Okay. Here's our pint. And there's your lemon on top. And even though that I pushed that down, it's still wanting to come up and uncover itself. So I'm going to put a little bit more honey. You want to leave at least that inch headspace right there, which is right here at the top around there. Don't fill it any more than that with lemon and ginger and honey, just because it's going to be fermenting. So you got to leave space, because you will be burping this too. Well, what do you mean by that, Miss Lori? Okay, I'm going to wipe that off. And this is one of my old jars. Put the lid on it. I'm not going to tighten it down real tight. I am going to kind of do that to it. So there it is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a little saucer. Now, if I've got 6 of them, I'd probably put them on a sheet pan. I'm going to put it out where I can see it every day. I got to walk by it every day. I'm going to kind of shake it, turn it upside down, do whatever I have to do to make sure that that honey is still, covering everything. Everything's good. I'm also going to take the lid off and burp it. And then I'm going to put the lid on, but not real tight. And I'm going to do this for 2 weeks. I'm going to watch the fermentation. I'm going to open the lid, I'm going to smell it. After 2 weeks, what I'm going to do is taste it. If I feel like the fermentation is right where it needs to be, you'll know, just like everything else that you fermented. I'll strain it, and I like to put mine in the refrigerator. Or I won't strain it for a while and go ahead and put it in the refrigerator anyways. And when I want some for my hot tea or something like that, I'll take some out and put it a teaspoon or a good tablespoon. You can put a good tablespoon of it in your hot tea, especially if you got a really sore throat and you're just really feeling bad. You can also use this honey once you get it where you want it, fermented. And like I said, some people don't put it in the refrigerator. They put it back on the shelf. They strain it, put it back on the shelf in a dark place and leave it. You can drizzle this on a hot biscuit. You could drizzle this fermented honey on your yogurt, on your cereal. You can use it, some of this honey, on your homemade bread. In your homemade bread. You can use it on a pancake. I'm just telling you, anything that you use honey on, you can use fermented honey. And this is going to be really good for you. It's fermented with lemon and ginger. But if you're really not feeling good and got a little bit of sore throat, put you anywhere from a teaspoon to a tablespoon in a good cup of hot tea. But anyways, I just wanted to show y'all this. And when I say that you need to walk through and shake it or turn it up, you can even put the lid on, make sure the lid's on good. Turn it upside down and leave it on your plate like this one day. The next day come in, turn it back over, burp it, make sure that everything's covered, and leave it like this. Then the next day you may do up and down, up and down. Write your date on it. After 2 weeks, test it for fermentation. Most people leave it anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. But that's just up to you. So I hope y'all try this. I'll put it down in the description box. And some of y'all, I think, are having trouble still trying to find my recipes. I don't know what you're watching on. If you're watching on TV, you'll have to go to either your computer or you'll have to go to your phone. So either beside the video or down below it of each video will be the title, description of each video. You're going to look in that title just below it, and you're going to see the word more or show more, and you click on that, and when you do, my information, my recipes for that video will be there. So I hope that helps you. So we'll see y'all in a few days. I may not be able to see y'all till Friday on our Cooking with My Cookbooks day because, like I said, I'll be gone for a couple of days and helping with the granddaughter. So, and that's what we do. We take care of our family. And I'm so glad that Danny and I are retired now and that we can help that much more. So, God bless everybody. We'll see y'all in a few days. And keep up the good work. We love y'all. But most important, God loves you. He'll never forsake you. God bless everybody.